Hello everyone, it's 12 and today I wish be a useful video for you, busy and lazy people like me. I make this video because I had a nice comment asking me how I do have time for studying languages even if I have studies, like high school, uni, etc. Yes, not everyone in the world have the same time for learning a language. Some people have a full-time job which don't allow to have a big block of 2 hours or even 1 hour. Or even sometimes we are just tired and don't want to study in a big session or just laziness. And I'm pretty good at this. Yes! But you can find some habits that you can add into your routine. So here are 4 habits tips that you can add in your day for studying your language and that I use as someone who is quite busy too with school or sometimes social life. Sometimes. So let's get started. Another nice comment under one of my videos was talking about this and it's really useful. The first point is talking. Yes, just talking to a language partner, talking to yourself, talking to your mirror, talking to your camera. Just talk as often as you can. So, this thing is called shadowing and it just consists to talk. Talking is something super duper useful and way more for a language because using and applying something in action is a way to learn a language. It's a thing that I actually do for now 2 years at least and it really helped me to improve in some languages. A lot for English since I am not a native English speaker and also in Japanese. I know, it can be quite embarrassing at first. I was embarrassed and was laughing a lot, but it's really useful when you don't have much time to study on a big session. So now, how can you actually do shadowing? There are a few methods, I guess, but here's some. Shadowing with a podcast. If you see my videos on how to study Japanese or Korean videos, you should know how much I do love podcasts because I can use them for studying a language. And here, in shadowing methods, you can use podcasts. Just repeating what the speaker said and try to understand a bit. Actually, you can do the same thing for YouTube videos or songs or even series, film, whatever you like. Having a list of topics. Like, try to speak about a situation like at a restaurant, at the hospital. And if you're a beginner, you can just repeat the alphabet or some expressions that you know. Saying the name of the object around you, like you have a book next to you. For example, I will try to remember it in Korean, which is 책, and you do it for other objects in other languages and maybe do description of what you see. Like there is a tree with fallen leaves, for example. Just talk. Okay, so you can have a study session. So, when you don't have a lot of time, but can actually have a small study session, having a to-do list before you start studying is good for knowing what you're gonna do for today. And I don't know, but when I know what I need to do, I am way more effective, and so I study way more faster. You can do it the day of the session, before your session, or even do for all the week. Each person have their preferences. Another thing for a study session, but more like for a time management, is the Pomodoro technique. If you don't know what is the Pomodoro technique, here you go. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. It used at first a kitchen timer to break work into intervals, typically 25 minutes in length, separated by short breaks. Source: Wikipedia. So, what is good in this technique is that you have a focus time and a break time, which is really helpful for people who actually don't have a lot of motivation sometimes, or just concentration trouble like me. Yeah. So, this tip is really not from me, but I took it from another language YouTuber called Alice Speaks, and this tip really works, so thanks to her. The last habit of the video, and the one that I use the most, is just having a constant. I explain myself. A constant can be a place or an hour. Like every day in the morning while eating my breakfast, I watch the South Korean news, or I just study Japanese in my dining room. Just study the language at an hour or a place that helps you to be in the mood for studying with concentration or even relaxing. It can be in a coffee shop or just at midnight if it's the best time you are motivated. I don't know you. Just have something to refer your language in your space-time. Everywhere you want or every time you want, just have this little thing that makes you study the language. Here at the end of the video, guys. I wish this video was useful for you, and in reality it's not wrong if you miss a day for studying a language. Even a week. It's not a big deal. We'll just do it more the next week. It's okay. Also, remember that it is not your schedule that needs to adapt to your language study time. It is your language study time that must adapt to your schedule. It was the first time I made a voiceover, so tell me in the comments if it was good for you. Tell me if my French accent was that there when speaking English. So, yeah guys, thank you for watching this video everyone. ciao, 안녕, bye bye!
It's like a poem.